Hi, I'm Karen Hasselow from Spirit First Coaching TV. Today, as promised, I'm going to walk you through how to validate your emotions so that you can release them in order to join with universal wisdom where all your answers reside. During a triggering event, your body will be flooded with uncomfortable sensations. Your ego will have you resist your message from Spirit. Your challenge is to meet that resistance with ample amounts of life force energy composed of faith, love, and self-determination. Validation means to give value to your feelings without being over-identified with your painful storyline. Speak to yourself as though you are your own best friend. In step 1, you'll take a spiritual timeout. Make sure you're in a private, safe space where you can process and release your emotions. Step 2 has you notice your body sensations, the hallmark of your imbalanced energy. Go ahead and consult your feelings chart in order to identify your top 3 emotional blocks as well as your healing feelings. In step 3, you'll use sentence completions to access your inner truth. Your goal is to go as quickly as possible, always repeat the STEM sentence, give 6 to 8 responses, and try not to think. There are no right or wrong answers. I recommend closing your eyes, breathing deeply and slowly in through your nose and out through your mouth before you begin. You'll also want to record your responses so that you can solidify your insights for later. So here's an example of a sentence completion. I love my dog because he's fluffy. I love my dog because he's fun. I love my dog because he greets me at the door. I love my dog because he's a great companion. I love my dog because it's great exercise to walk him. And you would continue for 6 to 8 responses. Go ahead and practice with a pet, a hobby, or an exercise regime to help you get the hang of this. For step 3, you'll actually begin with this stem. I give myself permission to feel and then plug in your uncomfortable energy. So it sounds like this. I give myself permission to feel the burning in my throat because my boundaries were violated. I give myself permission to feel the burning in my throat because I feel angry. I give myself permission to feel the burning in my throat because I shut down and swallowed my emotions. And you would continue that process for 8 responses. Also in step 3, there is a number of stems to choose from. I particularly like C, which is I validate that this still bothers me because. In step 4, surface a prior experience that is anchored to your current triggering event by using then and now sentence completions. Go back in time to the prior decade, the decade before that, or ideally your childhood. It may take some practice to get comfortable accessing these earlier memories. Allow Spirit to guide you to an experience that deeply resonates. You'll want to move back and forth between the then and the now sentences. So here's an example. Back then, I lived at 212 Northmore Place. I was enrolled in 3rd grade. I weighed 47 pounds. Now, I live in Naperville, Illinois. I'm employed as a certified spiritual life coach, and I weigh, I'll never tell. Then you can go to, then when X experience happened, I froze and went into fear. In the now, I know I'm an empowered woman who can make my own choices. Back then, I felt I had to just sit there and take what was dished out to me. Now, I know how to use my voice to speak on my child's behalf. Back then, I was a small, helpless, naive child. Now, I know how to detach from other people's toxic energies. And you would continue that process. You would then move into the sentence, back then it wasn't my fault because I always close with what I just learned is. When you own the entire truth, your ego has nothing to deny, minimize, or repress. Remember, validation does not mean that you're condoning or excusing anyone else's behavior. Validation allows you to embrace your feelings, release them, and heal. Validation allows you to speak your truth without slipping into self-pity. Validation supports you in being vulnerable and authentic. Validation supports you in speaking your heart without intellectualizing. The truth will set you free. Please make sure you let me know how these sentence completions have helped you become an empowered mom. Create a feel-good day. Namaste.